All right. Good morning, everyone. 1 second. Stream is working. Just need to pull up old YouTube Studio, make sure things are working good. Thanks for bearing with me yesterday. It was a pain in my butt. All right. So you're gonna hate this, but I gotta. All right. Good morning. Let me just check out the old YouTube Studio, and we'll jump right into it. Come on, load up. While that's loading, let me just let you know who I am. I am Darkpool Algo. Thanks for joining me this morning watchlist building session. Today we're going to find some stocks that will have a high probability of moving today, if not the rest of this week. We're going to be using the Smart Money Darkpool block trade algorithm software provided by folks over at FlowTrade. Awesome traders. You can get a free trial. There's a link in my Twitter profile, and I'll link it in this video. If you don't already have one, check it out. It can definitely enhance your existing trading strategy. You may even learn a new one. As always, if you find this content useful, smash the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so that you can get up-to-date real-time notifications of when I find a stock that's going to go rip. You look for the rippers. All right, let's say morning to the chat, grab a drink, and then we're going to be going. Morning chat. All right, grab a drink. And let's go. So futures overnight increased slightly. However, SPY looks like it's selling off right now. That's not the greatest. So let me just pull up yield futures watch list and see what we got going on here. Futures. All right, NQ starting to sell off in the last 10 minutes. Last 30 minutes actually. It's pretty decent sell-off. Don't know if we're going to get back down to yesterday's lows at 13,451. We're pretty close. We're at 13,470 right now. We're down 20 points on the NQ and down 4 points on the ES. That's not the greatest way to open a morning. Yeah, all right, so is this the bottom? Let's see. Yesterday's lows on ES is 4152, and we're at 4156. 21 EMA is all the way down at 34. We've got this little, we're in this little demand zone. Anyway, keep an eye on SPY and IWM and QQQ at the open. I don't have a lot of faith in, after seeing this. I had some news that I was going to share that was pretty good, it seemed. I do want to go over a couple things. We had a couple earnings last night, real quick. PayPal blew out earnings. It was amazing. Builders FirstSource also bounced off of positive earnings. They bounced 3.8%. However, PayPal was obviously the winner with 4.6%. So if you're looking to play any of those, just keep that in mind, as well as Etsy failed, Fastly failed, and Rocket failed. So real quick, just to show you FSLY, I know a lot of people play that. They dropped 8 points overnight. It looks like they're continuing the sell-off. From a resistance support standpoint, there's a doji at 54 that could possibly provide some support below that. We're going down. There's a pretty decent demand zone starting at 48 to 50. Things to keep in mind for that. Pretty ugly looking chart. That's Fastly. Wanted to go over Etsy. I called out Etsy short earlier this week. It's just been acting funny. Here's this level that if it broke, The next drop is at like 178. We blew through that. We're all the way down to this 200 EMA, actually below it a little bit. So two things can happen with Etsy. One, dead cat bounce. You may be able to, it may pop back up. Two, it's going to continue down. Looking at 153. So 150. Yeah, so keep those in mind. Rocket was another one that was down. That's a high, that's a meme stock. This massive move that you see over here, right here, I actually was able to catch that. I caught it on the way down. I had options. They went from 68 to 3 grand. It was pretty good. And that's with me waking up late and catching it an hour into the market sell-off. So with this one, it's got probably the least downside potential. This gap needs to be filled, coming in at 20. So $2 down. Oh, let's see, it filled it. 1921. Yeah, it opened, it IPO'd at 17. All right, 22. So it's back at its IPO 4 months ago, right? I do like this stock. It moves a lot. I might try to catch some sort of a, day trade on this one. So if you have requests, hit me up in the chat. If not, I'm going to go through the 10 stocks I found last night that got some pretty decent divergence on the flow trade software. And we're going to jump right into it. I also pulled a couple of these from a FinViz high short float scanner. I'm going to do a video on how to scan for stocks with high short float but positive technical analysis. Those have been pretty good as far as catching some explosive long running moves. Dish, for example, is one of them. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to Dish the last couple of days, but it's been on a tear. So yeah, I'm going to do a video on that. I've got some requests, and I've also got some feedback for the channel. And I'm going to go through a how-to series. I'm also going to do how to trade options, how to make $100 a day. I'm going to do a review of some software, of a broker that I use. That's a little unheard of, but they provide an immense amount of data, and they are a free broker as well. So enough about that. Let's jump right into it, and we're going to start off with the lists, right? I've got Dick's Sporting Goods, DKS, Twinkies, right? CPE, CPE, and Adobe are the top four. Well, the four that I've got currently. So Dick's high short float. We've got bullish divergence that started earlier this week. We're above the block trade levels. The algo is pretty much vertical and curling up. Let's see, I'm going to run through these in full screen mode. And I'm going to go pretty quick on these so I can get as many of them in as possible. If you have a request, hit me up in the chat. Oh, you know what? That's lame. I forgot to change the Twitter. On Twitter, I forgot to change the URL. Dang it, that sucks. Let's try this again. Live right now. Join me. YouTube.com. YouTube.com/darkpoolAlgo. Alright, YouTube.com. Alright, so we may be getting some more people in the chat. Alright, Dick's. I'm going to drop the dark pool block trades down to the last 10 days. Really quickly, chart setup. Yellow is price action. Purple is the normal algo line. Blue lines, if you can see them, are the dark pool block trades. I prefer this setup. Alright, so quick markup. I really would love to have this permanently set up this color. All right, we've got a little bit of divergence that started yesterday. The algo has been net buying, as can be seen here. The algo is currently curled up and almost vertical. That would indicate strong buying. We've got downtrend. We've got a trend line support coming in. It looks like it's maintained that. So hit a new high, came back down, found some support, tested the waters again. Needed double confirmation for the support level. It found that, so it's nice. It's found a nice base of support. Looking at Dick's on the 1 minute, Dick's Sporting Goods on the 1 minute. This is a great looking algo. See how it's trading with price, but it's actually net buying. Drop some more lines on here. So algo is trading with price. We've got it nice curling up. What we'd like to see is it actually work as a magnet and try to pull price action back up to it, that area there. We're looking at Dick's on the daily, Dick's Sporting Goods. All right, on the daily chart, we've got some great things happening here. All right, let's load. All right, we are currently $2.50 ATR. We're within a 99% of the 52-week high. Great 60-day channel. High compression daily, mid compression or low compression, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day squeeze. That daily light blue histogram indicates when that medium compression squeeze fires off. It is going to propel us. Since we're in an upward direction, I can anticipate that propelling us in the direction of the trend, right? Let me get rid of this drawing set. We have earnings coming up on the 25th, so those monthly options are going to look super juicy, right? Stack positive EMAs. Made a new high yesterday, 87.95. 90 would probably be a good 100 psychological level, 2.5 a day, yeah, possibly. Fibonacci extension from the 34 EMA recently, which is good to see. To this high, back down. Gives us, we're right at previous high support. The 618 retracement off of this last run is at 85.50-ish level. MACD is positive and increasing. Looks like RSI is starting to buy. Checking it out on what it did overnight. Looks like it sold off overnight a little bit. Bounced up. Looks like it's got an inside bar forming, and that's on the 5 minute. Looking at it on the 4 hour. Yeah, this is actually a healthy move. It retracing to the 8 or the 21 EMA after that, that $4 move. So this 4 hour squeeze fired, as can be seen here, as it's no longer red, right? So we went from red, median compression squeeze with positive MACD. So we had a MACD crossover on the 4 hour. The squeeze fired. We've got light blue histograms. Market extension is in a buy area. A lot of people consider overbought a bearish indicator. I actually like it to be a little overbought, right? It shows that nice strong strength, good volume. Dick's also has a high short float of about 15 to 20%, I believe. So I got this FinViz scan that I've saved. I've been using for years. I love it. All right, and it's my squeezed options. Yeah, I think Dick's has over 20%. No. All right, Dick's has got 17% short float. There's a couple nice ones here. Let me know if you'd be interested in me doing a short float stream. How to find them. That was Dick's. Alright. Looking for a retracement to the 8 or maintaining this previous. So we had a previous high right here at 86.50. 86.5, potentially 85.5 support. We got a $90 target, 93. Looking at the options chain, they had earnings on the 23rd, so these May 21st options, the 90s are well within risk tolerance, good, decent open interest. I'm going to look to target those guys after a pullback and confirmation of support. What I'm saying there is this. We popped up, we made a new 52-week high, we came back down, it got a little scared up there all by itself. It needed to find some support, so now that's what it's doing. It's consolidating, finding support along the rising 50-day and the stack positive EMAs. This 50-day on the 15 looks like it provides some pretty significant support. Tuesday we had that golden crossover where the 50 crosses above the 200, and as you can see, nice strong momentum movement after that. I keep forgetting to turn on after hours and save it. Sorry, let me just do this real quick. Oh, I do. I don't. Let me save this so I won't forget to do it again. Alright. After hours looks like we're selling off a little bit. Probably trying to come down and test that 618 retracement at 85.50. Below that we've got 84.51 as the 50% retracement, 200 SMA. So my initial support estimates were off by $1. Anytime it's touched this 200 SMA, it's just bounced right off of it. So 85 or 84.50 for a run into 90. All right, that's Dick's Sporting Goods. Next one we're going to look at is that CPE. Looks pretty decent. Looks like we've got a nice little channel breakout, double bottom. Bet you this is some sort of Elliott wave. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 extension or pattern. Let's see. Where's that short float? 20% short float. I like CPE. So CPE is currently trading with the algo is trading with price. There's this. All right. So CPE gapped up, right? Retraced 50% to previous resistance, right, which is now support. It's formed this bull flag. The algo traded with it. The algo is currently pointed straight up. It could be creating some bullish divergence on the 15-minute chart. Looking at the 1 minute, nice separation. The algo's got a good looking curling up, right? Got some good separation going on, right? This is bullish divergence where the algo is heading one way, price action is heading another way, right? So this would be the divergence here. And let's see, that's traded out. That's traded out. Let's try this guy right here. All right. So the algo's curled up. So we've got a lot of buying going on. CPE, high short float, almost 20%. Great volume over. Average volume is 2.5 million per day, which is pretty good. Calion Petroleum. They just had earnings yesterday. They beat on earnings, estimated 89 cents, 1.49 beat. They've got this bull flag that, this nice channel, right? They've been bouncing back and forth in. So I would anticipate a nice move for them today, simply because we've got, these are our positives. We've got a $2.35 ATR. Our EMAs are stacked positive. We've got a low compression daily, mid compression 2-day, low compression 3-day squeeze. Our histograms on the daily and 2-day are light blue, which indicates upward momentum. Stack positive EMAs. We're in a nice uptrend. We've got pretty significant trendline support. It's actually not going to be, let's see, we'll run that one to the right. Right. So it's all in line. It's all moving in the same generalized direction. It's all running. I've got a conspiracy theory philosophy that the stock market moves at about a 30-degree angle when it's healthy. So looking at this move, right, it's at about, so actually 30 would be a little high, sorry. This is a good angle that it's at, 20% angle. It's a pretty good gradual increase. Lower left, upper right. That's what we want to see. So we had that nice bullish pop-up candle yesterday. We've got a nice wedge forming here. So on these, it's a flag, right? We've got a bull flag forming. I don't know if I want to go from wicks, because this giant wick here, this $2 wick, if we went from top to top, we're currently at the top of the triangle pattern. We're at 94% of the 52-week high. VWAP is neutral. Overnight, flat overnight, right? The 50s, flat overnight, the 50s on top of the 200. So we're trying to squeeze a little bit. That moving average squeeze positive and increasing MACD. 4-hour daily, 2-day light blue histograms. The 4-hour squeeze just fired off. As you can see here, back on, looks like Monday, it popped, and the little slingshot effect took place. It popped at the same time. We went into a buy area on the market extension, and the light blue histograms just nice and increasing slope up. Nice beat on earnings. There may be some profit taking to come back down to confirm support at the 21, so 37.50, 38, nice whole number. I'm going to call on CPE support at 38. So where do we want to go with it, right? Everybody's like, where do we want to go now? If I were to take, real quick, let's look at large fibs. Alright, so I go from high to low. $618 retracements at 37.60. We've already maintained that support. That's the 8 EMA on the daily as well. So we came up, we got some fresh air, we came back down, got a little scared up there. We're like, oh no, we've got earnings coming up, we don't want to be too high. Came back down, just consolidated for a couple hours, a couple days. Nice earnings beat, profit taking on that pop. We're at a doji right now, so indecision based on a couple different factors. We can either go up or down, so I would watch the first 15 to 30 minutes. Wow, they pinned it right at 40. It's crazy. This stock is manipulated, which is good though. It may flush back to the 8 EMA at 38.50, or it may just pop and run. So short-term targets would be that 42.31 level, which is the previous 52-week high. The 45s look good. The 49s look good as well. Remember, $2.50 ATR. Monthly options. Let's So those 45s are pretty illiquid. I don't hate it when everything looks good and the options chain looks jacked. All right, let it flush for the first 15 to 30 minutes. The 42s have got a lot of open interest. The 45s have a lot of open interest, and that's for 2 weeks from now. A lower IV play would be going out to the Junes. There's a little bit less open interest, and the options chain is whacked on that one too. All right, so obviously this is going to be a short-term day trade. Well, manage your own risk, do what you need to do. Okay, but I like the 45s or the 40-45 vertical. I'm just going to throw those on my list to keep an eye on. Look at that, and the 40s. Okay, moving on to the next one. What's up, Thundercap? Piton, for a long time after you said news, did the algo step off? Did they view it as a huge house? Oh, that's a good question. So the question is, Peloton had strong algo buying for a long time. After yesterday's bad news, well, they've had bad news for the last couple of weeks. Did the algos step off their buying, or are they buying the dip? Right. It's a great question. So from what I can see, the algos are basically trading with price action, right? There's no strong indication based on any dark pool levels. Let me look at. I'll just check out some block trades here. Oh, that's CPE. It helps if I change the ticker. Sorry. All right. Whoa! Look at all those lines. Oh, the pretty lines. You know, I'm gonna leave some of them on here for a minute just to show you something. So, price action respects the block trade level, whether they're regular or dark pool. That's where a lot of transactions happen, right? Large volume transactions happen at these levels. So price action needs to respect it. The algo also seems to respect it as well. So as you can see, it came down. There was a block. Two things. $100 is a pretty significant psychological level. When you break that, you really need to find a previous demand zone to look for to provide support. We've got a recent block trade at 82.43 that seems to be providing some pretty significant support. This large area here of divergence is played out. So this divergence is all played out. Price action seems to be trading with the algo. The algo came down, smacked a previous level, and is curled up. So I don't know if we're going to get another one of these little fake out breakout pops, right? Looks like we found some pretty decent support at this level, right? 1, 2, 3 taps. It's got that little sloping. So to answer your question, yes, they could be looking at it as buying an opportunity. I would keep an eye on any of the major funds, right? ARC, any of those. I haven't heard of Kathy Wood buying it yet. So you got to manage, like, these are really tough plays to call. On the 1 minute, price bounced around that block trade, 82.43. The algo kind of bounced around with it. It is trading with price action. We do have some bullish separation. It's going to be pretty volatile. This could be a basing of price action for a move upwards. I mean, Peloton, they're not going anywhere, right? They're a huge company. It's not like a like a SPAC, like CCIV. It's not any of the, Peloton's a huge company. They're going to have to deal with some setbacks, but this could be a buying opportunity. Play the chart in front of you. Keep an eye on it in the morning. Looking at it on the chart. I've gone over this one a couple times before, as you can see. Massive volume. Wow, that's crazy. And they've got earnings. Earnings today. You gave me a tough question, Thundercat. Keep an eye on earnings. Two things are going to happen. Either it's going to go up or it's going to go down. It's going to be violent either way. So I don't know what kind of trader you are. I may try to catch, dip my beak a little bit, try to catch a little bit of the move. Previous looking left, we're in that demand zone right now. This one here, the one that runs, let me just throw it up on a chart. This one. So from 80, pretty significant psychological level, to 83, 83.25. Technically, it looks like it's gonna fade, right? Negatively stacked EMAs, positive RSI, positive stochastics, negative histogram, negative ADX, $6 ATR, can move $6 in a day. This bouncing looks like consolidation to me. We've got an increasing MACD, so this is divergence at its finest. All right, price action selling off. Indicators like MACD and RSI are buying. All right. Double bottom on the 4-hour. Extremely oversold. Negative and increasing, or neutral, negative histogram. Daily and 3-day could fire, might help us out a little bit. Yeah, this looks like 79.50, 45, 79. I'm just gonna call it 79 even. Is gonna be my decision zone. If it breaks it, I would wait for it to come back to that level. Yeah, so there's a channel from 79, 78.85 to 83.50. Could be a consolidation channel. I would wait to see what earnings has to say. So earnings always makes me a little nervous. It's like a crapshoot. All right, hey Michael, anything on Snap? Snap, huh? You want to look at the algo? All right, the Snap algo. I loved Snap at $9. It was amazing. All right, massive block trades. That's why I look at the dark pools. Going back a week, we're in a block trade channel. Those can be seen. Let me find a good color, like that orange. We have block trade here at 54.69. Right, we've got a block trade at 53.75. Price action came down, went through both of those levels. There's 53.75 that occurred on Tuesday. Provided support. We busted through the next day block trade at 54.69. Kind of freaked out because nothing was stopping us. We needed to come back down and maintain support. We've got a little double bottom, right? Bounce, bounce. We've made a higher low and a higher high. Those are all strong bullish indicators. On the intraday, it's a 1-minute chart. We've got let me just highlight the old block trade level here. That's that 54.69 block trade level. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll make it a little. There we go. That's that 54.69 block trade level. Price action came down, smacked into it, bounced off, sold off, sold off. Thought it would maintain support, failed, came back down, and it's got support currently happening. Right in this area here. It's making higher lows, so it's forming a nice little flag. Is it going to be a bearish flag or a bullish flag? The algo straight up buying, so net buying on the algo. Looking at snap on. Second, I thought I had do not disturb on. Don't need all of that notification noise, do we? That solved that problem. All right. Looking at Snap, technical level, $3.75 ATR, good beta, good Bollinger Bands, VWAPs, neutral. We've got trendline support coming in that it respected right at a 53.75. 53.91, 52.60. No, that can't be right. We're just going to call it 53. Snap support at 53. So is this an inverse head and shoulders, or is it? Just get rid of some of these. All right, is this an inverse head and shoulders that we're playing with here? Where we've got shoulder, head, shoulder, move, right? Possibly. We're below, we've got negative stacked EMAs. So let's see, we sold off overnight, came down, we found that support, 53.85. Looks like MACD is starting to be positive and increasing, RSI is starting to curl up. So we came down, we bounced, we ran into the 200 SMA, didn't like that, rejected that at that level, the 8 and the 200 SMA, 8 EMA, 200 SMA converged, didn't like that, got rejected, needed to come back down and find support again. We're oversold, or overbought, I got it, whatever, oversold. We'd like that to curl up, we'd like the MACD to curl around and potentially move upwards. Negative histograms. As long as it can maintain that 53.82 level, right? I would look for a move back up. Below that, we've got a drop to 48. Yeah, 48 even. This looks like a shoe, right? This looks like a nice shoe strategy. So let me just show you what I mean by this. So this is the heel, the arch, the ball of your foot, right? And this is the toe. We'd like that toe to flip its upward back to this 200, right? At 57. Fibonacci. Ooh, I don't know. Is that just a wacky candle? Those levels don't really line up. That looks better. Alright, Fibonacci, not really giving us any short-term information. Looking for confluence, not really finding any. All right, the 200's at 57. Then 57.50 is this 50% retracement followed by 58. So snap, I would look for a retrace to 57, then 58. Check out earnings. We don't have any earnings to worry about. Yeah, so snap, grab the old. Those 57s look decent. We got a ton of open interest. Ton of open interest at the 60s. 2 weeks. $6 move. That puts us right at 59. I like the 60s. I think they're discounted right now. My risk tolerance puts me at the 56s, and that's 2 weeks out. Hopefully that can help. All right, real quick, I'll look at Tesla, then I got to run. I know that there's been more open interest for open interest. You like what I did there? I know there's been some open interest expressed for me to do the open. Like I said, if I can get my subscriber base up to, say, 1,000 people, yeah, I do the open. Use my own money. Yeah, I'm not scared to do it. I like challenges. All right, Tesla. I went over this last night. Same thing, pretty easy. Formed a nice double bottom, right? It's starting to form that W pattern. If you're not familiar with the Wu-Tang pattern, flow trade traders have coined this the Wu-Tang pattern. What happens is price actually comes down, finds support, bounces up, finds resistance, comes back down, right? Makes a higher low, finds some support, and then that Wu-Tang pattern, the Wu-Tang kicks in for the next move upwards, right? So we've got a block trade at 54.69 and 53.75. There's a channel that could possibly, we would just bounce in between. The algo is currently curling up, which is an indication of a bullish move. Change colors here. We've got a block trade cluster. Sometimes those will act as magnets as well. This block trade cluster coming in, right? Oh, that's snap. Oh my God, Tesla. It's twice today. Same deal. Sorry, just the block trades are a different level. I like this algo to curl up a little bit more. We've made the down. We've got nice down up trend line support, upwards trend line support. Looks as though it is making that Wu-Tang pattern as well. Down, up, down, blast. Launch. 683.50, 686.33 are the most recent block trade levels. Look for those to provide resistance. As you can see, it already has once. It'll probably come up and test that resistance again. Let's look here. 737.11 is the next block trade level. There is a gap that needs to be filled right here between there, here, right. That's the 15-minute chart. Looking at Tesla on the 1 minute. So we're making we've got a downtrend line that Tesla's going to need to break, which is here. Starts over here, right? It's formed that double bottom. The algo is curled up and buying with price action. It is currently buying. So it's forming this nice little wedge, right? This break of that wedge, that 637.30 level. I like it for an upward move. Looking back. Trend line support here. A larger downtrend chart here. Tesla on the chart. All right. Clear my drawing set. I don't want to clear the whole thing. All right, so we've got this we've got this uptrending channel, trend line support that is running parallel with the 200 SMA. We closed below the 50 SMA on the daily. Decent VWAP, neutral stochastics, nice beta, 2-day, 3-day mid compression squeeze, $30 ATR. MACD is negative and decreasing. Turbo VZO is selling off. Looking at it on overnight, looks like we came down and we bounced right at this trend line that I drew. This little wedge, right? So I wish I knew the exact name of this, but basically this wedge came down, bounced off that support right at 66736, which is what I called out earlier. We made a higher low and a higher high. It's really hard to see, but it's there. So I'd anticipate this yellow. So we've got negative decreasing histogram that's red. As soon as I see a yellow bar, that's an indication of a potential reversal. Ready, aim, fires, getting ready to fire off. We're currently curling up on the market extension. As soon as that curls into the yellow, I'll take that as a buying opportunity for a move upward. If it bounces off of it, we may need to base for another day or come down and test 656. No real squeezes to help us out. Intraday squeezes, we've got a 20, 30, 2-hour. Those fire off and looks like we're good. We currently are above the 200 SMA, stack positive EMAs intraday. So overnight really helped us out, kind of turned us around. We did break that downward trend line, so we are in a bullish position now. Fibonacci is going to show me that potential targets of, let's see here, trying to find some confluence. There we go. I found it. So from the gap down high to this current low, we've got 685 target, 691, 700 psychological level. So that's for Tesla, right? All right, I got to run. I'm going to go to the bathroom before the market opens. Again, my name is Darkpool Algo. Thanks for joining me. There was a question on JD. I actually got out of JD earlier this week. I needed to straighten up some accounts. The 15-minute, let's see, we got in, where did we get in? So we've got bullish divergence. If you, I might get back into this. We came down, we tapped. All right, real quick, just for you, Michael, because we share the same name. I got you. All right. I'll use a different color because it's significant. It's purple. So I had indicated a block trade level here previously while doing some analysis. That block trade level is pretty important because prices came down and tapped it not once but twice. Every time after it's tapped it, it's got a pretty explosive move. As can be seen here, here, and we're looking for this one to do the same thing. The algo is, we've got bullish divergence. With this algo line is curling up here. We've got a block trade channel here that I'm going to look to target, and that's this 77.25, 77.80 block trade channel. Support at 75.20. So $2 move could pay some bills. However, what I'd like to see is maybe one more test of resistance, right? We broke through previous resistance. I would like it to come down and confirm that as support. before the next move up. Like I said, looks like the market was kind of having a rough morning this morning when I checked it earlier. Right, I need that to come up and test support one more time. So based on market conditions, 75.20 is a good support level for JD. Looking at the 1 minute, price is trading with the algorithm. The algo is currently in an up, currently buying. The algo has made a higher low and a higher high. That's an indication of a reversal. We've got that W pattern forming. We've got higher low, higher high, kind of the same deal where it's forming that wedge. I need price to get up and close above this previous resistance. For me to be a buyer, I'm just trying to find the level. 75.50 seems pretty significant. Got a cluster at 75.82. This line is the 813 combo at 76. So there's a 50-cent move from 75.50 to 76, right? That 50% retracement at 76.56. The 200 SMA is at 76. So I want to pay attention to the first 30 minutes. We've got a positive and increasing MACD. Our RSI is curled up and increasing. I'm going to pay attention to the open. If we can get above this 76 level and close above it on a 10 or 15 minute candle, I would look to go get back into JD again. They've got a nice little hammer here. Nothing really to speak of as far as squeezes go. The bottom. Looks like we've got this pretty significant bullish bar that we would need to close above. That's at 75.60. I don't know why I don't just draw a stupid price line. $75.82 is the key level. Yeah, that 75.82 would be the 50 SMA on the daily, or the 15-minute chart. So a break and close above 75.82, I'd look to get into the 70. I'm day trading this, so it would be, I'd grab the 70. I'd grab the 74s. They seem to be pretty liquid. The 75s have got a ton of open interest. Yeah, thanks for bringing up JD. I like that. I'm gonna throw it on my small account challenge list. So, all right, that's it. I got to run. My name is Darkpool Algo. Thanks for joining me. I love that the stream actually worked well today. Google's telling me that my bit rate's too high. Yeah, I was extremely embarrassed. Thanks for coming back. Really do appreciate it. Once again, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos. I decided that during lunchtime I'm going to do videos because I hate watching the market. I usually tend to get a little bored and try to scalp some futures when I shouldn't. Yeah, subscribe, hit notifications, and you'll get notified whenever I do a new video. If you have requests for me to do any specific tickers on the tonight after market for a review, leave them in the comments below. And we've got about 5 minutes till the open. Safe trading, and remember, cash is a position. Protect your investment.